as long as I've been doing this, you think I'd remember how long these things take. They take a little bit of time. By the time you wash them, and I am very anal about tubs and frames. They're kind of our flagship parts that we sell out of here, and I'm very proud of them. So for those of you who have been waiting, I appreciate your patience. 303-666-9020. I'm going to try to run through this a little faster than the last one. It was 27-minute long video on that last one. So that was a later CJ7 grade B tub, and I put it up on YouTube. It will be published to the website. There are a number of people who have been waiting. I will push those out to those people first. So bear with us. If you're looking for one, definitely get your name on the list just in case somebody doesn't secure one. It does happen from time to time, but usually not a CJ7 tub. So 76 to 79-ish tub here. It is and the reason I know that is a couple tall tales. I'm not going to get too much into it, but essentially this one is pretty easy to tell. We got the supports here, these angled brackets. You don't find those on the later ones. We have the style of door latch. That's the early, I call them screen door kind of handles. And then of course that right there, the Quadratec, which they did not do in the later CJ7s, which was that all-wheel drive contraption they did. And if you're looking for an all-wheel drive tub, these are very hard. This is probably the only one I've ever had in usable shape, and this is actually a fairly high grade. It's got some damage on it, but it's no rust. It's very clean. It's got, I guess you could consider a little bit of surface on the floors, but there's solid original floorboards. And a little bit of abrasive on that, or some sandpaper wire wheel, that will clean that right up. Same on this side. So I'm going to go over it with like a fine-tooth comb so you can see it as if you were here in person. If you want to use this tub on a late one, I wouldn't suggest it. I actually have a late one right now. I don't know how long we will. If you're stuck and we don't have any late ones, yes, you can use it. Just realize that the tub is different design on these early ones. The way the roll bars were on them, you can see they were only up on the rear wheel wells. The angled supports there, that's only stuff you find on the early ones. And then again, the way that door hangs, well, not hangs, but latches. So, okay, so we're gonna go over it. I'm gonna flip it up on its side so you can see the bottom. I got to get a YJ tub up tonight. I equally have people waiting on YJ tubs. I was hoping to get them all done. I think I'm gonna run out of light, so I'm gonna stop blabbing here, okay? Nice clean holes all the way up. And that just saves you some time, because normally those guys get broke off. Nice clean firewall, perfectly straight. Firewalls on CJs, for whatever reason, get dinged up, damaged, dented all the time. This one is really, really clean. It's got a really nice clean cowl on it, okay? Normally we would have all this stuff pulled, the heater box. I just didn't have time to pull it all. But nice clean cowl. Look at the top where the windshield frame mounts. That's absolutely beautiful. No rust there whatsoever. Coming down to the sides, this is another area that loves to rust out on these. No rust whatsoever in that area. I got scratches. That's from putting on its side on the deck, and hopefully you don't care, because I don't give you any kind of discount for scratches. Unless you put your name in a hat for a color, which is never going to happen with us on the CJ, because they're just too hard to get. This has got a little bit of filler in it here. A lot of these did out of the factory. You can look it up. They just, at the time, they didn't like the waviness that tubs kind of got stamped out. So a lot of the dealerships would send them immediately to a body and glaze over. I don't know if that's what that's from. I would speculate it probably is. Nonetheless, it's got a little bit of cracking here, and if you look right there, you can see there's really nothing there. There's where the spot welds come up, and they angle those in, and it's pretty common to see that completely blown out. So that's actually in pretty good shape. Wheel wells, other than being scratched, they're in really good shape. Those were the bolts that kind of go alongside them. That was common on these early ones. This corner is in very good shape. It might have a small, oh, I think it's just a shadow. That's beautiful. Below your tailgate, absolutely gorgeous. This corner, nice and clean. That's where your spare tire rack mounts, which we actually have one of those right now in good shape. Really beautiful side down through here. Exactly the same spot, almost. You start seeing that there, exactly the same, okay? Again, it's right where this guy comes up. So you want to get in here and definitely get this out of here. But this is a very, very, very usable and very clean tub for this early year. These are exceptionally hard to find. Now, I showed you this already. I'm going to show it to you again and get up and close and personal. Most of this is bare metal, where I was able to get into that washer is about 4,500 PSI and about 300 degrees. So I was able to flake a little bit of this off. A little bit of wire wheel and muscle, and that will go away almost completely. It's a little pitted there, but this isn't soft by no means, all original. That side too, that one's actually, driver's side is actually better, which is crazy. Usually it's opposite. It's been cut there. No idea what they did, but that can easily be filled. The fact that they didn't cut the whole thing out, especially on this style tub, pretty rare, okay? All these areas, this is all beautiful. Excellent shape. Look at the top of these roll bars. Now this is almost always rotted on these guys. This is excellent shape. Nice, clean, straight. Same on that side. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to tentatively put this one up. Now there's a little divot here. The rest of that is really small. Nice, clean there. And then it's got a little bit there. So we'll take a look at the bottom and see if we have access to that, see if that can be pounded back out, because there's a little, actually you can see it right there, a little crack right there. And pretty common when you get a dent like that to get a little relief crack in them. So you'd want to pound that back up, at least I would say. If you're going to be lining it, you don't have to do much to it, but and probably fill that crack in with a weld. All right, and there's that. Beautiful over there. And again, beautiful here. Okay, so let me put the phone down for a quick second here and lift this guy up. I hurt my hand earlier doing this because it's kind of slippery on this wood deck. So you're gonna see the sky just for a moment, so hang tight. I'm gonna try to do this without hurting myself again. Let's see here, nice muddy soles. All right. That went a little bit better than last time. Okay. Hopefully you're not upside down this time. All right, torque pockets. The back one, nice clean threads, absolutely beautiful. Those corners, absolutely beautiful. Great, great shape, okay? That will likely get pulled if it's in good shape. We do sell those. That's a rollover valve. I don't know what that is. You can look it up, okay? Nice clean fender wells, even the lip on it, cherry. All that's absolutely, this is like an absolutely high grade A torque pocket here. Again, clean threads. Look at these guys. Not only are they nice and clean threads, this is the one that likes to crack on these. And usually where I see people reinforce is here. I would highly recommend, this one's starting to crack a little bit. You have full access into this. Super easy to do. These all float, they're supposed to. Okay, now it's brown on the bottom. It's got oxidized metal on it. So metal does when it goes bare. Thank God it came out of California. Didn't have any kind of salt, because that wouldn't have taken long and this thing would not be the shape it's in today. But with that said, do not take for granted this bottom if you're in the Midwest, East Coast, or some coastal town. If you're having body work done or you're doing it yourself, get this coated. Get it sandblasted if you're going to. Get it painted, primed, painted, lined, whatever you're going to do. But do not let this go bare if you're in an area. Even if you're not in an area, this really needs to be coated, covered quickly. Okay. This is in clean shape, and I would hate to see what happens to this tub in a few years if this isn't done on it. So, what's that one area I wanted to show? This guy. Here you go. That's right where it's push in. So easy access. Take a mallet to it if you want. I'm not going to do it for you because you might have a different plan on how you want to do it. There's that little itty bitty, almost can't even see it, crack there. Okay. Very, very, very clean shape. I'm very, very proud of this tub. I was a little hesitant just because it was a little dirty, a little hard to clean this one. Didn't know how it was going to show, but it exceeded my expectations, which after a long time, and not kidding, 18 years of doing this, that's kind of hard to do. So very, very, very impressed with that. And I think you will be too. But that's why I do these videos. So if you don't like it, move on to the next one. It's fine. Okay. This is kind of what I was talking about when they level these things out. This one doesn't look like it's ever been done, at least not the lower rocker. You can kind of see through here. And this might have been just from use, who knows, but it does have a little bit. Get real close. Not hard, it's hard to see dead on. And this might have been a Laredo, because it looks like it had that trim down on the bottom possibly. That's usually where they put those. Or a Renegade. Might be a Renegade actually. A lot of those were those Quadratrecs. So, okay, but dead on, can't see it. Can see it if you get down kind of close. You can see a little bit of, little here and maybe one down here. And you can even see them up in that area actually. So, and that's hard to say. It could have been just from use of these things. It could have been from out of the factory. They literally popped these things out and shipped them to dealerships, and the dealerships didn't like that. So a lot of times they would send them to a body shop, and the body shops that I know that were back in the day, some of the old timers around will tell you, they literally leveled they call it leveling, they level it out. And if I don't know what I'm talking about, you know more than me, by all means, you can educate me more. I love learning, but that's the way it was explained to me. And that's what I've gone with for years, and that's what has been reaffirmed every time I've talked to somebody that was doing work on these things when they were kind of being produced. So, okay. Year of this thing, I don't know if we can get a year on it. It doesn't really matter. We know it's early, but it might have a 77 CJ7. So, that's what she says there. You can see there's the California tag on it. Pretty cool. Don't see those every day. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out. 303-666-9020. If you need any other parts, we are proud to say we are one of the largest Jeep only rust-free parts yard, junkyard, salvage yard, whatever you want to call us, in the U.S. for Jeeps. Okay. There probably are bigger yards, and I've been to some big yards, but there are none it's the size of us. And I'm very proud to say that. I've put a lot of time in this place, and now my wife and I are back at the helm. So, okay, appreciate all your patience with these. Got this video under 15 minutes, proud of that too. Again, partsbreakers.com. I will reach out to the one guy that we're actually doing a project on. He's in Chicago. You'll be seeing this first. I know you already have a tub picked out, but because this is a little bit closer to your rig, and still in excellent shape, it might be something to consider, because again, it's got everything yours already does, and I can take it in. We can talk about the paint we were talking about last week. If you want anything else done to it, you just let us know. We can even have Jim go through some of this if you decide to go this route. And if you want to stick with the one you have, which is down there, the tan one, it'll be brought up here in the next few days. I'm relocating all of our tubs up here. Then by all means, that's fine too. That one's an early one too, but doesn't have the Quadratec floor on it. So it can be obviously worked that way. It's kind of nice when you have an authentic one of the same. So, all right, thanks guys.